Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bryndís. Today I'm doing a tag video. This is the Ray Bradbury Tag, and it was created by Gareth at Books and Songs and Other Magic, and I was tagged by Nicky at my messy bookshelf. Thank you for tagging me, and I'm just gonna go straight into the tags or into the prompts because I tend to chat a lot and my videos tend to be very long. So I'm going to try not to do that today. And of course, Emma has joined us. Hi. So, prompt number 1, crime and detective beginnings. Choose a book based around a crime. So, I chose Agatha Christie's The Mysterious Affair at Styles. This is her first book with Hercule Poirot. And I chose it because the prompt says crime and detective beginnings. And this is the way Poirot is introduced by Hastings in this book. And how Hastings as well is introduced as a character. It is pure bliss to read. And you have to read this book. It's so well done. Okay, let me see, Emma here. How can we do this? Okay. Prompt number 2, Martian Chronicles. Choose a book set on another world. So obviously Martian Chronicles, you could go sci-fi, but I decided to actually choose one of my favorite fantasies of all time, which is The Priory of the Orange Tree. And this supposed, I think it's going to be a trilogy. This is fantastic, and this is set in another world. It's a fantasy, high fantasy, and the world is full of there are dragons and worms and creatures and magic and all sorts of religion and politics and power plays and romance. It's perfect. It's so good. Definitely recommend. Prompt number 3, sorry, I can't read. Dandelion Wine, book that reminds you of your childhood. I had to think a lot about this, but I decided to go with this one. Right Ho, Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse. This reminds me of my childhood because the TV series with Hugh, no, not his name, what is his name? Hugh Darcy and Stephen Fry. I remember watching it as a kid. And I just remember being in my living room with some members of my family watching the BBC or the British TV show, and oh my God, it was so funny. Good memories from watching really funny, silly TV with my siblings. Number 4, Number 3. Number 4. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I can't read. Something Wicked This Way Comes, which it's from Macbeth, in case you didn't know. Something with a witch in it. So I could have gone with this one for that as well, because there are some sort of magical women in there. But I thought I would just go with an old but a good one, oldie but a goodie from my childhood, my teenhood, and it is one of the books from The Ice People by Margit Sandemo, who was a Norwegian romantasy, basically, author before her time in the 80s. She wrote a series with 42 books, I think. The Ice People, the saga of the Ice People family, and there were witches and warlocks and all sorts of creatures in that book. in those books, and yeah, they should be like they are definitely a product of the 80s, but I would recommend you check them out actually, because they've been translated into English. Number 5, Illustrated Man, book about or featuring your favorite illustrator. You know what? I don't have a favorite illustrator. So I had to like really think about it, and I decided to talk about an Icelandic illustrator. He is actually English, I think, but he has like immigrated to Iceland decades ago and lives here and has been working here in Iceland with children's illustrations. And this is one of his books. His name is Brian Pilkington, and he has done a lot of illustrations around Icelandic folklore, the trolls, the Yule lads, and they're just iconic. And so I suppose he is my favorite illustrator for children's books. But yeah, I also really, really like the children's book, what is it called in English? This one? It is fantastic. I mean, the story, and as a former preschool teacher, I used to read these books. They have been translated into Icelandic. Read them all the time. Children love them, and the illustrations are really well done and they're really beautiful. I really love them as well. So I think that's definitely one of my favorites. Then we have number 6, From the Dust Returned, book about a memorable family. Obviously, I've read quite a lot of books that have some families in them, but I thought I would talk about the Brontes. So this is a book, Elizabeth Gaskell's biography of Charlotte Bronte. So obviously it focuses on Charlotte, but it does also obviously mention her sisters, the problems they had with their brother, their parents, and all of those things. And I think that this is just such an interesting family, and I would really like to read more about both the other 2 sisters, and maybe like a more like a historical, or not like an historical account of the family as well, and not. I mean, Elizabeth Gaskell wrote this book, and when I read it, I found that it's not. She knew Charlotte Bronte. She knew her father and her husband, and it in many ways it reads more as an eulogy rather than a biography, because she's not dealing with any of the possible criticism of Charlotte, which is perfectly fine and understandable. But I would like to read definitely more about this family. I think they are really fascinating, and really sad that they all passed away so young. The sisters, that is. Number 7, Elton John's Rocketman. Song inspired by a book or a story. Obviously, I mean, there was only one song that came into mind because it's been stuck in my mind since the movie came out, and that is Wuthering Heights. And the song is then Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush. I mean, that line, Heathcliff, look, I'm here, I'm back, it's Kathy, look at me outside your window, I'm cold. I don't know, I don't remember the lines now, but it's a haunting song. And obviously her performance with that, like insane performance. It's an excellent song, obviously. Very good song. Okay, let me see. Number 8. We'll always have Paris. Choose a book set in Europe. I've read I've read a lot of books set in Europe. But I thought about, okay, Paris. What books have I read that actually take place in Paris? And there really haven't been that many, actually. except the Les Miserables. So I have the Icelandic translation. It was translated into 4 volumes. And I read this last year. It's fantastic. Les Mis, all of the things. I loved the book. I absolutely loved it. Fantastic. Les Mis. Vesalingarnir in Icelandic, in case you were wondering. Number 9, skeleton. Choose a story or a book with a plot containing body horror or a feeling of being trapped. That's a book that I'm currently reading, The Stand by Stephen King. There's a lot of body horror here. That virus and the description of how it kills people and how the bodies look like after they're dead makes me want to vomit. And also the feeling of being trapped and like, oh my God, what is happening? Is the world ending? It's very good, but it's very disgusting as well. And then number 10, Marionettes Incorporated. Choose a book or story with robots or a doppelganger in it. And I have not read any books that has a robot in it. So that, I need to fix that. I think that could be fun. Or at least not that I remember. Doppelganger? No? Don't remember any book about that either, but I figured maybe this counts. This is Project Hail Mary. There were robotic hands. Does that count? Who were like shaking him and waking him and feeding him and taking care of him. So that's gonna be my pick. And then of course, tagging other people. So obviously I'm just gonna tag anyone who loves Ray Bradbury. And I have been thinking about reading Fahrenheit 451. And I think there's another book, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Is that what it's called? And I think also something Dandelion. So there are a few books that I've seen and that I've like looked up and read like the description and sounded really interesting to me. So I will be reading Ray Bradbury at some point in the future. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna tag anybody who likes Ray Bradbury. Hope you enjoyed and I will see you in my next one. Bye.